A lot of people have claimed to see a young girl. Very, very odd.
Like someone walking around the table.
Where most people have kind of seen this older woman. So they could just see her in the reflection here. This looks like a seance table. Yeah, what was that?
Don't know.
Almost sounded like it was a couple of men talking. Hi Crypt Keepers, thank you so much for tuning into AmysCrypt tonight. We are back at a very haunted and historic mansion here in Adelaide, South Australia. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you go and watch my part 1 episode before you get tucked into this one. But tonight we are investigating the upstairs area where a lot of paranormal activity is said to have occurred. This is a haunted mansion built in the heart of Adelaide in 1873. Today the building is home to the Naval Military and Air Force Club of South Australia, though it has a long and interesting past. Staff and guests have reported an array of ghostly encounters within the grand building, and it is believed that the spirits of a man, woman and child remain in the former home. Already, we have investigated the mansion's haunted kitchen with some interesting results which you can watch in my part 1 video. Now, we move on to the upper levels of the building to continue our paranormal investigation. Alright guys, so if you haven't already done so, go and watch the first part of this series. We explore a lot of like the downstairs area and I give a really good rundown of the history, some interviews with staff members, and we investigate the kitchen. But now it is time to take you up the beautiful grand staircase. This, I think, may actually be my favorite part of the building, not just because it looks magnificent, and it does, but there's so many like creepy little ghost stories to go with this. So one of the main ones is our child ghost. So a lot of people have claimed to see a young girl, like 5 or 6 years old, hanging around on these stairs. And what's more, a lot of people have, I guess, heard her, whether that's giggling or hearing a child running up and down the stairs. And this tends to happen when this building is empty. So picture it, you're alone, you know that you're alone in here, but you can hear a kid running up and down, like playing around. So it's kind of cute, but a little bit creepy, I guess, at the same time. But yeah, the disembodied footsteps. So you may hear that coming up the steps. Now, another thing that I want to bring to everyone's attention is this mirror, which apparently used to actually be a window, but today is a mirror, and it kind of looks upstairs. So just, yeah, to my side is the landing. Now, it's interesting because this has a ghost story as well, of course, you know, creepy mirror ghost story. But a couple of staff members who were kind of coming up or down the stairs were stopped here, looked in the mirror because they noticed something happening on the landing behind them. Turns out, what they could see reflected in the mirror was an older woman wearing like really old-timey clothing, and she was kind of making her way along the landing up here. So they could just see her in the reflection here, and then she disappeared. I don't know if it's like the spirit may have noticed that they could see her or what happened, but the spirit kind of disappeared into the mirror, and then apparently they heard a door slam up here, and again there was nobody here. So it's very odd that all of these things keep happening around here, but kind of cool that it all centers on the staircase. I love that. So now we're at the top landing, guys, and I guess this is where most people have kind of seen this older woman. And again, like a lot of people have heard things up here, mostly to do with footsteps and giggling, you know, kids playing up here or up and down the staircase. Now there are a series of rooms, because if you're a member here, you can actually stay here. It's very cool. It's like almost like a grand old hotel, like how I would describe it. And I'll show you the rooms in a sec, and a little bit about the creepy kind of stuff that happens to people when they are staying here. But I gotta show you these other rooms. Like this place, it's fantastic, guys. So there is like a little, I don't know what this is, a reading room, a drawing room, but how cool is this room? Honestly, guys, this This looks like a seance table. This looks like somewhere where you come to play the Ouija board, or you come to summon something. Like, it does look very, you know, out of some kind of witchcrafty movie or something. I don't think that it is as sinister as it sounds. I actually think it's a gambling table because there are cards in here. So maybe that's something we can use as a trigger object later. I don't know. But I mean, this is the front of the building. It's grand, it's beautiful. And I die. Like, this table's great. This room is super dark. Okay. So come on in, this is the library. And look at all these amazing old books. It's so cool in here, guys. I'm so privileged and I'm so lucky to be able to actually investigate this place because it's quite prestigious, and I know that not a lot of people get the opportunity as, you know, paranormal investigators to come here. I do have to shout out my friends at Adelaide's Haunted Horizons. I have actually been here and investigated this house with them before. Check out their Facebook page, I will link them below, because I was on a live stream kind of ghost hunt with them a couple of months ago. And we actually had a cool experiment done in here. So Jared was sitting at the end of the table and he had headphones on and was doing a spirit box. So we call that the Estes method. So he's the only one that can hear the spirit box. We're asking questions. He can't hear the questions that we're asking, but he's just calling out any words that he can hear that come to him. And right at the start of that session, he put the headphones on, couldn't hear us, and so to test that he couldn't hear us, I said something like, haha, Jared stinks, or something. And you can actually hear that in the live stream. And then later on in the night, as we were kind of asking questions, Jared started to laugh because I guess a voice over the spirit box said to him, you stink, or it stinks, or something like that. So he started to laugh and he was like, oh, it says something, you know, stinks. And I was like, oh, that's funny, because I said that right at the start of the Estes method. So don't know if that was paranormal, but it's kind of funny and interesting, and you guys can watch it over on my friend's Facebook page. But yeah, how like amazing is this building? All right guys, so we actually have access to 4 of the rooms here, and I'll take you in just to show you one. So we'll go into 104. And I must say guys, these rooms are just gorgeous, and it does very much feel like an old, I say old-timey, but it's so nice. Like, it feels like a nice hotel.
It was very grand.
Yeah, like I'm getting my words mixed up.
Look at the chairs here, like they are grand.
It's really nice. It is so nice. But yeah, people have reported activity in a number of the rooms. So some of the stories are kind of like feeling, it's like a general feeling that you're not alone, or that you can sense or feel that there's a presence there with you. People have also said that they've been laying in the bed and they'll feel someone like get into bed with them. Or strangely even report feeling as though someone is jumping over the bed. And I don't know, like it's just really intriguing. Like imagine getting into bed in your lovely, beautiful room that you're staying in, and then you feel someone get in there, but you're alone. Like, weird. All right, so just down here is room 105. Last time we were here and investigating, this is just a sense alert, I must have triggered that. But when I was investigating with Adelaide's Haunted Horizons, we had the paranormal music box kind of put on the floor here, and it was facing down this little alleyway here. And it just kept going off. It was going off all night, like, you know, a couple of tunes here and there. It's just very, very odd. But room 105. So although this is a smaller room, it doesn't really mean much. Like, it is still interesting. But one of the coolest things about this room is that when my friends at Adelaide's Haunted Horizons were investigating, right at the end of the night, they were kind of just packing up all their equipment. They were done, they were about to leave and go home. And one of their investigators, Craig, who you guys will probably remember from my Glenbar episodes, he came up and he was collecting some equipment here, and he could hear a full conversation going on in this room that almost sounded like it was a couple of men talking amongst themselves. And he was hearing it through like a closed door. There was nobody in here. So what's with that, guys? Now we're about to go off to a different area of the building to keep investigating. So I thought what I would do is leave the Ghost Tube SLS camera set up kind of stationary, abandon it for a bit, leave it alone. So we may pick up noises, we may pick up actual visual things, but I'm also using the SLS feature. So if that kind of detects an anomaly, it will map it and make it, you know, show what it's seeing, like it could be a person. I've also got a bunch of cat balls set up the stairs, so hopefully they go off. Now if there is anybody here and you want to make your presence known to us, my name is Amy and this is Jared, and we would absolutely love for you to do that. I know that you spend a lot of time on the stairs. This is a place where maybe you play. People have heard you running up and down and giggling. So if there is anyone here, I've got some balls for you, and if you move them, if you come up and touch them, they'll light up just like this one. Beautiful, pretty, flashing colours and lights. So we're going to leave you alone, and don't be shy to come and play with them. They're here for you.
Don't know, but I didn't capture it because I wasn't recording.
Can you film over there? Because that scared me.
It's like someone walking around the table.
It's like something just, yeah. Oh, that's me. Yeah, what was that?
Don't know.
So I don't think Jared was recording then, guys. We were just literally getting set up to record. And I heard something down that end of the table. And it sounded like someone walking. Now I can hear a motorbike or something outside now that I just heard. If there's someone in this room with me right now, can you tap on something or make a noise? Alright guys, so we are actually inside the library, and the reason why I wanted to come into this room, I mean, obviously it looks amazing. That could have been me. I didn't move the table very much, but I was just putting my phone down. Last time I was here, I mentioned I came with Adelaide's Haunted Horizons and we did a few experiments in here, and it was quite interesting. We also kind of got the feeling we were talking with like a cheeky spirit or possibly a child. So I did bring, some of you guys will remember my horse Spirit, who you guys actually named for me from one of my past episodes. That's a horse that I picked up from an antique store. Now if there is anyone in here, and I feel like there could be, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm very, very friendly. And I would love for you to talk to us or communicate with us. I've actually bought you a present. I bought you a horse, a rocking horse. My horse's name is Spirit. And if you come towards Spirit, there's a green light in front of the horse. If you go towards that, we might be able to see that you're here. Maybe you can make more lights light up. I've also pulled out a seat here. If you can come and take a seat, sit down. We'll know that you're here if you just go towards that red light. And then of course there's some balls that I bought for you too. And if you want to see pretty lights like that, all you need to do is go up to the balls and touch it, move it, like I just did. Now that ball is moving, but I think that was just me.
That ball rolled for like an insanely long time.
I know.
Keep hearing like stuff down there.
Is the window open?
Like no, like leather. Then I just heard like a leather noise or something like that.
Oh, these seats are like leather.
Yeah,
like this noise.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Is that noise again? It sounds like it's coming from the windows actually.
That's what I mean. Are they actually closed?
I'm pretty sure they're closed, yeah.
Should I check?
Hmm.
Trying to trip over. Remember, if there is anyone here, all that stuff on the table is for you. Yeah, it's closed. So, just to show everyone, window is closed.
So there's no gust or anything like that?
No. This one is closed as well. Okay, well, that's all I could think of that may make the noise if the window was open and something was blowing. And it doesn't look like there's anything on the exterior of the window that could make those noises either. If there is someone here, are you able to make a noise for us right now just to confirm that you are here? As loud as you can. There is some traffic out there, guys. We are in the middle of Adelaide. It's our main city here, capital city.
That silhouette of the horse is freaky. You won't be able to see it 'cause you're in the dark.
Does that look good?
Yeah, it does look kind of cool.
Alright, I'm going to take a seat. I've pulled out a seat for you with the red light on it. Can you go towards the red light, please? Maybe you can move spirit. I'm surprised that's not triggering cat balls. I would probably lose my mind if spirit just started to rock.
Do it.
One more time. I've bought you some toys here. What?
Is there anybody in this room with me right now?
Where people have seen the older woman.
What in the world?
Male voices that kind of sound like angry and like almost yelling.
Oh wow.
Did that go off at all while I was doing this?
No.
An aura, like there was someone there. Oh my god.
He said number 1 and then later he said 05. I actually currently have a camera set up in room 105.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. And remember, I have another part on its way, so make sure you've got your notification bell turned on. If you want to do any more reading about this haunted place, head to AmysCrypt.com. You guys can also follow me at AmysCrypt on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. I also post a bunch of bonus content over my Patreon and my YouTube members, which are linked below. But thank you so much for watching, Crypt Keepers. Until next time.